It's the final day of the ISAF Sailing World Cup Miami, and for many, the championship will be determined in just one medal round race. While for others, a new experimental format will be tried out with multiple races. For all, it's do or die.
Some classes will have standard medal race formats where the top 10 go to the final race and your finished score is worth double the score, so first would be worth 2 points. And then in other classes, there's a wide variety of medal race formats that were introduced by each class.
We begin with the NACRA 17s, where USA's Sarah Newberry and John Casey have an 11-point lead overall. At the start, X flag is up, someone is over. It's Puerto Rico's Enrique Figueroa. It's a big right-hand shift. That's where we find the top three. You've got to be on this side of the race course. Rounding mark number one, the big right-hand shift means every boat dives onto port. In the lead, it's Taylor Reese and Sarah Lehan. Surprisingly, Sarah Newberry and John Casey are in dead last in the one race where they don't want so many points. The good news is the only boat that can beat them, 038, is Sarah Streeter and Matthew Whitehead, and they're in fourth. So that means this boat to windward, USA 31, Sarah Newberry and John Casey still have the gold. So Taylor Reese and Sarah Lehan win the race, but the gold belongs to Sarah Newberry and John Casey. A 9-point advantage favors Stu McNay and David Hughes as the men's 470s prepare to start. All the boats conservatively behind the line. We saw what happened when a lot of the NACRAs were over early, but it's all clear for the 470s. Canada 6, Jacob and Graham Saunders have established the lead early on the first run in the 470s. The Austrians have joined the fun. They are the one team that could give McNay and Hughes trouble. It's Matthias Schmidt and Florian Reichstatter. Split jibes and split marks. It's Canadians to the right upwind, the Austrians to the left. At the finish, the Austrians take the race, but Americans Stu McNay and David Hughes take home the gold. We join the Finns on their first downwind run, where American Caleb Payne has a 10-point advantage over the fleet. Into the leeward gates, Canada's Greg Douglas is just barely in the lead. Caleb Payne, however, almost tied with him, and they split sides. Payne off to the right. This final upwind beat has been attacking duel the whole way up between Canada, Estonia, and this man, Caleb Payne from USA, who has worked his way to the front. At the finish, Payne seals the deal, and it will be all gold hanging from his shoulders tonight. We move to the leeward mark, rounding in the women's 470. They've already sailed one lap, and out in front, it's Austria's Laura Vadlo and Jolanta Ogar. BRA 177, Fernanda Oliveira and Ana Luis Barbachan are in the fight of their lives to maintain the lead overall. To hold on to gold, they need to beat the Chinese team being coached by 470 gold medalist and Miami sailing star Kevin Burnham. Into the set at the final windward mark, the Austrians are ahead of two Brazilian teams. The Austrians have won the race, but Brazil's Fernanda Oliveira and Ana Luisa Barbachan have got the gold. For the 49er men's skiff, a new format. First to win two races, and our division leader, Frederick Stramer and Zach Brown, will carry a first place in from the qualifying series. The pedals are down. These boats 0 to 60 very quickly. They've been sitting for 5 minutes, and now it's time to go. 3, 2, 1. The 49ers are off in a constricted race course as well. Already one boat trying to port tack the fleet. It's our leaders as well as Canada. Beautiful start. New to this race course are boundaries as well, forcing the boats to tack back into the center. Crisscrossing back and forth, the lanes get tighter at the top of the track. Crossing the line, it's Pesh and Bird to take a bullet. They are now tied with Stramer and Brown. Race 2, and the pressure is on for the top American teams. Big header for Stramer and Brown as they approach the lane ropes. On the right-hand boundary, time to tack. Top mark and our leaders have maintained the advantage. It's close into Mark 1. With this win, Frederick Stramer and Zach Brown have done it. The gold is theirs. It's the same format in the women's 49ers skiff division, and Brazilian leader Martini Sofiati and Kahena Kunze will start out with a bullet. Tight cross at the top. Our front runners, BRA1, will dip into second place. The team Brazil has to beat is USA's Anna Tunnicliffe and Molly Vandermoor, currently in third. Kristen Lane and Molly Carpier put a late charge in for the finish. Who is going to get it, Brazil or USA? I think USA has done it. Oh, I take that back. The gold is Brazil's. That's their second win, and they know it. Over to the men's laser division. This is the final race, and here's the story. Jesper Stalheim from Sweden has a 14-point cushion over USA's Charlie Buckingham, and they're off. 2 races have already been sailed in this new format, and in this third and final race, it's Buckingham covering Stalheim. Into the top mark, and it's Estonia's Carl Martin Ramo out in front while the fight for gold wages on behind him. With the luxury of clear air, Ramo continues to extend his lead back upwind. The right paid off huge on this final beat, and now Ramo heads downwind towards the finish line. He'll win the race for Estonia, but Sweden's Jesper Stalheim knows he's got the gold.
Yeah, really good. Really good. It was quite a hard day. Yeah, I got the other top guys got a bad first race, so I felt kind of good after that. Just keep sailing. It was nice. Thanks.
With the second of 3 scheduled races now complete for the women's laser radial, here's the story. USA's Paige Raley is just ahead of Ireland's Annalise Murphy and Finland's Tuula Tenkanen. This is the final race. For the top 2, it's a big split with Murphy all the way to the right-hand side and Raley to the left. At the top mark, the left pays in huge. It's Canada's Isabelle Barthold in first. Here's Paige Raley in 8th. And here's Finland's Tuula Tenkanen in 3rd. If she can pass the 2 boats in front with Raley in 8th, she would win gold. So Canada's Isabelle Barthold wins the final race, but it is Paige Raley who will win this regatta for a 5th time.
I'm pretty happy right now. You know, I came into the event really with no goals, just to come out and have a good time, get my speed and stuff back, and you know, it just so happened that I won, but you know, it was just fun, really.
That concludes the ISAF Sailing World Cup Miami. And as you'd expect with any event at the Olympic level, the bar has continually been raised, from the race courses to the scoring to the sailors themselves. And we've certainly seen some spectacular performances this week as the best sailors in the world prepare for Rio in 2016. The ISAF Sailing World Cup continues next in Palma, Spain. From Miami, I'm Tucker Thompson. Thanks for joining us.